I have an episode for you today. Kind of ties two things together. And although I talk a lot about like business strategy, tangible things that you can do in your business, there is one thing that I have had to do since I started my business and really, really work on the entire time I've had my business. And that is really believing in myself that I could do this. And that sounds like so cheesy and so like, fucking who cares? Like, that sounds so ridiculous. But I am going to tell you why this is so important and where this is coming from, because I think giving you some background on this is really important. Now, if you have listened to, the first episodes of the podcast, I go into my backstory and really how I started my first business. I've had two. I am running the second one now, but how I did that, kind of the story around that. And it is one of the big things that I really want to say about this is, and I think a lot of people can relate to this. Well, maybe not. Especially where I live, this is one of the parts of this. Where I live, there is fucking no one around here who does this. No one. There's no one who does like online business work like I do. Zero people. Anyone that I talk to thinks this is batshit crazy. And although this is something that, I think that we all experience, and it's basically, it's probably the whole time, let's be real, that, you run your business, especially doing something maybe online, because people, unless you're in it, I don't know if people truly understand it. I don't think that, and it's not even, I'm not saying this in like an offensive way. I just don't think that they truly understand. So no one understands what I do. There is no one around here that gets it. My family don't understand. And when I chose to go full in on my business and leave nursing, that it has been really hard. That has been something that is hard in a number of ways. It is something that I really wanted to do because I love what I do. I absolutely love this. And like I said, if you've listened to the previous episodes, I really like, just short recap of this. I was divorced at 28. I already, I got a degree before that, got divorced at 28, became a single mom. I'd already had my son, he was 3. But at 28, I literally had to start my life over from zero, like zero, nothing, no dollars in the bank, nada. Okay. And it was at that point that I really just made the decision that no matter what, I was going to support myself and my son, obviously, and I was going to do what I wanted in my life, regardless of if that meant not always doing the same thing. It really didn't matter. right? We were going to be happy. Now, since then, obviously, I have gotten remarried. We've had a daughter, so I have 2 kids now, and a lot of things have happened. I have my 2 business. I only have one now. Why do I keep saying that? I've started 2 businesses. I have one now. The one, my fitness business, I did shut down. I didn't shut it down because it wasn't successful. I shut it down because I couldn't run 2 businesses and work 3 nursing jobs, which was what I was doing at the time. It was batshit fucking crazy. But when I shut it down, I actually was a little nuts. I still had people in my membership at the time. I had one-on-one clients, I had a group program going, and I mean, I finished all of that off, but I could have kept it going. I really could have kept it going. It wasn't that it didn't have momentum, it wasn't that it wasn't doing things. It was just too much at the time. And going back to this whole like, you really need to have solid belief in yourself. And I think I really I like to preface with like all of that backstory because I don't want to be another one of these people that comes on and is like, "Oh, believe in yourself because I told you so." I want you to know that I know that if you believe in yourself, you can fucking do this. Because if I have done this coming from zero, 28 years old, I'm now 40, but if I can do that, rebuild my life, get to where I am now, you can do this. And yes, it takes fucking work. Yes, it takes work. Obviously, it does. Nothing is going to be handed to you, but you can do this. And I also want to say, like, it's not, I think so often we go into things and we're like, okay, so if I'm going to do this, it's going to happen right away. And you're not starting at step 80, you're starting at step 1. So where can you start right now to, make things happen, create some momentum, get closer to the things that you want? Really create the life that you want for yourself. Because that is what, going back to what when I got divorced and I decided that I was going to do that, that's what I've always been working towards, is creating the life that I want for myself and, you know, that we want for our family. And it's really making the decision that you are going to do that regardless of what anyone else thinks, what anyone else says, who thinks you're fucking crazy. It doesn't matter. It literally does not matter. And it is also hard to, hold just that belief in yourself and keep pushing through with that, knowing that people think you're crazy and they might think that you're going to fail, or they might have their comments or whatever. But you, like, if it's what you want to do, this is your life and you can do this. Like I'm telling you right now, you can do it. And what I really, really want you to take away from this is to dream even bigger than you are right now. Because when I look back at who I was and where I was at 28, there is no fucking way I would have ever dreamed that I would be here now. You can't usually see, well, you can't ever see the future, right? But you can't see anything past what's right in front of you. But everything and anyone who has done anything big and like all of anyone's dreams all started with a little idea. It all started somewhere. No one started at, step 80. No one started at their dream. You start and you work your way there. And you can dream as fucking big as you want to. And that that's what I really want you to think about, because I know that, there's so much online saying, "Oh, you can do it," and blah blah blah. And there's some of it that is just the whole toxic positivity and whatever. But if you put the work in, I truly think that you can, regardless of what anyone else says or thinks or tells you. Put that all aside, focus on what you want, dream bigger. And I want you to message me after this and just tell me what your bigger dream is. Someday, I would like to be speaking on stages, actually, telling my story, because there's a lot more to it than I have told. I don't know how much of it I can actually tell, but we'll see. We'll get there at some point. But my dream is a lot bigger than where I'm at now. And that's what I keep working towards. And I know that I can get there because I've gotten here from nothing. And I know that you can too. So that's what I'm going to leave you with. That's what I got for you today. If you enjoyed this, give it a 5-star rating, review, like and subscribe if you are on YouTube. And I will catch you in the next one.